Hi guys! Just like to wish you all a happy new year, and it's absolutely lashing it down with rain outside, so I'm not doing a video outside today. So I thought I'd do it by this big tool here. What a tanker. So what are we going to talk about in this video? Well, look at my hooter. I hit my hooter and it's it's as if somebody smashed me in the nose. And no, I haven't been fighting. So I'm a good boy. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is 2025 and what I think should happen. Now, I think these farming protests have been going excellent, especially these last few months now. They've changed since the start, and really, really proud of everything that's going on, and keep it up. Do not be pushed into going violent, because they're trying to get you to do that. They're trying to get you to cross that line where they can make you out to be the bad people. And another thing as well, I've been saying this since the start, is try not to get leaders in charge of anything and have it all decided as a group, because they can't pick on one person then. Or say you have one leader in charge of one area, try to keep it out a bit quiet. And if you see what I mean, you've got to be clever with these things. Once you get a leader, these people are targeted by people and they have a hard time as well. So it wants to be spur of the moment things happening at random. And they cannot control it then. They won't be able to control this stuff. So that's one good thing. I'm very proud of how the farming community has been doing these protests with these tractors over Christmas. Brilliant. I can't say a thing wrong. And the small community protests with the people in the farmers' unions have been doing a cracking job, especially in Wales and things like that in my area. Brilliant. I can't fault it. But there is one thing I'm still dubious about. I'm sure they're nice people, but as usual, you know I've said this from the start. People who saw my videos at the start when I talked about these protests didn't like what I said, but I'm going to say it again. The farming union leadership. Now, 2025 could be the year when the farming union leadership suddenly gets a pair of balls and starts saying no to the government. They need to go into these places, not crying, not kowtow into them. Going in there and mean business. Go in there and say, we ain't fucking doing this. My members have told me we ain't fucking putting that stuff in our cattle feed. We ain't taking this 10% our trees business. My members ain't having it, and that is that. That's what I want to see. I want to see our leadership marching into these Houses of Commons and throwing some fucks down on the table and making these people go, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see somebody going in there crying. And I'm sure I could totally understand how they feel and everything because they've got a lot of pressure on them. But that's your fucking job. That is your job. You wanted the fucking job. So that's what I want to see happening, because I believe the leaderships of our unions are too close to the government. They become friends. And before this election, these people were duped by their friends. So you need to wake up and start acting a bit like I do and throwing some fucks about the room. That's what needs to happen. Like I said, it's nothing personal, but can you imagine Bob Crow? Now, when I used to see him, I used to think, what a twat. Because he was brilliant for their members. Anything. Can you imagine his membership, so the government suddenly going, this twat up here, suddenly going to his membership back then, we're going to take 10, 20% of your income off, and you're going to have to plant trees on your ground. Bob Crow would have gone, hey, all out, boys. We're not having that. That's what Bob Crow would have done, and that's what our union leadership should be doing. Our union leadership be on telly, not our farmers having to do it. Our union leadership, Farmers Union of Wales, Farmers Union, instead of leaving farmers to do the dirty fucking work, they need to be on telly saying, our boys ain't doing that. With this milk business, with the cattle, where they've been fed this boya stuff. Our first thing our union should have come on telly that day and gone, no fucking way are we feeding that stuff to our cattle. But they are pissing about working with a government who hates us. That's what's going on. They're too naive. And I'm talking about the leadership here, not the people in the sticks. Because they're leaving you do all the dirty work, while they pretend to be, they're cradling their, oh yeah, they should be there throwing some fucks around. That's what a union leader's job is. It's not there to get paid and do nothing. Bob Crow, and that's a union leader. Take no shit, he's standing up for all the people that's paying the subs. So 2025 needs to be the year the Farmers Union woke up of what it is. The Farmers Union should be a union, not a government body. Now, if you go back, looking back through a lot of my videos, you'll find out that the Farmers Union have been working with the Welsh Government and these other things to get a lot of these things through. They've agreed to a lot of it. They won't tell you, but they have. Like I said, they're nice people. They should not be working with the government. Farmers Union should be separate. And they should be a real pain in their arse. They should be one of these people that walks in a room and the government saying, shit, what are we going to do? That's what the Farmers Union should be. It shouldn't be one there, come in, you good boy, have a cup of tea. Yes. They shouldn't be like that. They should be shit scared of our boys going in there, because they don't know what's going on, in my opinion. Now, all this lovey-dovey stuff doesn't get you anywhere with this cunt up here, because they're in a class war. They just hate the farming community because they seem to think we voted Brexit. And whatever you say, and some of you people didn't vote it, I totally understand. But whatever you say, just voting to have your country free of a trading bloc is not a right wing. Because Tony Benn used to do it. Tony Benn hated the EU. And Jeremy Corbyn and them boys, there's nothing about that. This is class war. And the reason this cunt is in charge is because the civil service put him in there. They want to overturn anything that the normal guy has voted for. That's what it's all about. Don't be fooled by it all. And the same thing is happening with these unions. The leadership of these unions have been too closely matey-matey with these people, and they've been shafted. They were shafted last year by this guy. He shagged them in the arse. That's what he did. And then they just stood there and pretended to cry instead of saying, hey, yep, yeah, matey, we're going to fight back. Now, the normal grassroots farming person has been fighting back, and I applaud them, and I think you're excellent. But you lot shouldn't have to be taking the blame and going on telly doing this sort of thing. It should be the farming union leadership going on GB News and things like that and saying, we ain't fucking having it. The government can say what they want. My members are not going to do this. That's what they should be happening. But where is it? Where is it? It's, oh, I don't want to offend my matey boy. That's what it all is. So 2025, this guy's having a bit of a rant, saying it like it is, like he always does. He doesn't sugarcoat none of this shit. And people who know me, that's what I'm like. I'll say it to your face, I don't care. Maybe people go behind my back, saying things behind my back. You say it to my face, see how you fucking manage. That's my motto. Lots of people are very, very brave behind your back. Now, it's the same with these unions. Get out on TV, the union leadership, get out on TV and do our job for us, not us doing our job for you. We pay you lot to look after us, not to submit to these fuckers. So that's my thing to him, eh? 2025 needs to be the year of the unions waking up, the year of the farmers' unions waking up to what they actually are. Don't get trodden on. All the farmers and some of these YouTubers like me are doing the heavy work, and they shouldn't be like that. So, that's my start for 2025. And if anybody thinks that the hillbilly halfwit is stopping doing what he's doing, they got another thing coming. I don't give up. That's how we got somewhere. So, 2025, bring it on. Needs that in the kisser, doesn't he? So please subscribe for more of the Hillbilly Halfwit. And a friend of mine was talking about a funny story, and I'm going to do that later on from my childhood. And I think you'll like it. Ta-da! All the best, Gaz.